Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a collective oracle and affirmations for today. Today is Thursday, December 18th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. It all might resonate. It's affirmations. We're going to use the Vintage Christmas Oracle by Hattie Thorne. You can find this at hattiethorne.com. She also has an Etsy shop. One on the table. It was in the reverse. Homer, do you want out? You're really annoying. They're really annoying this morning. And I know partially it's my fault because I have to get up early for work, but like I've literally been up the last 4 hours. I could not sleep worth a damn. Okay. All right. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Yep. We want you out of here. Me and all my other personalities. Thank you. Don't come back. Do not come back. We don't want you. Not right now. 2 on the table. Got flyaway hairs everywhere. 3 on the table. Let's do one more shuffle. One more shuffle. 4 on the table. And 5 with bottom of the deck. I'm going to put that on the box over there. We had Holly in the reverse. Good decisions, making the right choice. Apparently we're not doing that today. We got Snowflake. A fresh start. Turning over a new leaf. Okay. We're going to talk about that for a second. We got Pine Cone. Duality. Good versus evil. We got Reindeer. I have a reindeer tattoo. Stay on the path. Going in the right direction. All right. And then bottom of the deck, Heart. True love, romantic encounters. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Are we at the precipice of having to make a decision about love as a collective? Are we all getting to that point? Because I feel like this has been the topic of some of our conversations, some of the readings for like the last couple of weeks. Maybe it's just been a few days. I don't know. It feels like weeks. It feels like months. With these 2 cards coming out next to each other, good decisions, right choices, fresh start, turning over a new leaf, but this one is in reverse. I feel like somebody's really fighting with themselves. It kind of like, and just an example, but if you're looking for love, right? If you're interested in finding your soulmate, your divine counterpart, your person, right? It's like and this is just an example, but it's like somebody has a choice between a past person and a new person. And what do I do? What do I do? Listen, how bad was that past person? What transpired in that relationship with that past person? Here's the thing. Here's the thing about past people. And let's just talk about it candidly. If they were abusive, narcissistic, users, losers, if they dumped you, don't ever go back to that. Don't ever go back to that. If we're talking a past person that like you weren't really with, like it, it could have been a connection, but it wasn't. It was like star-crossed lovers and it never really happened. And like maybe you never even kissed, or maybe you did kiss, but you didn't do anything else. Like one of those situations where kind of almost like a friend, but could have been more, but it never happened. Kind of like that type of situation. That's a little bit different, y'all. That's a little bit different. That I could see going back to a past person that was like that, as opposed to a past person that dumped me, that cheated on me, that lied to me, that used me, that stole my money, that abused me, that was narcissistic, that beat me, raped me, tried to red rum me, right? Like, no. We don't go back to those people. We just don't. If there's somebody that you had miscommunication with and it ended, it never got off the ground, you wouldn't even call it a relationship, maybe I could see going back to that person, that past person. Otherwise, you always choose the new connection because there's always more of an opportunity there for a fresh start, a new beginning. Somebody's really fighting with themselves. Duality, good versus evil, with this pine cone. The reindeer, stay on the path, going in the right direction. True love, romantic encounters. To me, there's a difference between true love and romantic encounters. An encounter is not love. To me, and no offense to Hattie Thorne who did the deck, a romantic encounter to me is like a one night stand or a friends with benefits, or again, meeting somebody and like falling in love with them, but it never takes off the ground and you're separated by space and time and distance and all that. True love is true love. So here's what I'm saying. Somebody has a choice to make out there. Like, something's like, are you gonna choose good versus evil? And it might not even be that. It might be good versus good, or it might be good versus lesser good, or it might be good versus lesser evil, right? Like, but somebody has a choice to make. If you haven't already had to make this decision, somebody has a choice to make. And I'm just gonna say it. You could be one of these people, one of those peoples that doesn't always necessarily make the right choice. I'm just gonna say this. Always go with your gut. Always go with your gut. Here's the thing about the gut, right? You can make an informed decision using your gut and go in a direction, and 10 days later, your gut tells you, no, this ain't it. That's okay. That's fine. I've said that before. If your gut tells you, okay, go with this person, and you go with that person, and like 3 weeks later, your gut is like, yeah, this ain't it. Like, there's something off here. There's something wrong there. Little alarm bells are going off in your head. It's okay to leave that situation. 3 weeks in is not a commitment. 3 weeks in, you should not be telling somebody you love them. That's just my opinion. Hell, 6 months in, fucking get the hell out of there. Like, I mean, seriously, even a year, 2 years in, if there's something wrong, if something comes up, okay, let me put it to you like this. Let me put it to you like this. And again, this is like scenario, right? But you've heard of these stories in the past on the news, okay? Think about this. Men and women getting into relationships and thinking everything's great. And everything does seem great, right? They fall in love. Maybe they get married. Maybe they have a few kids. They buy a house together in the country. And like 5, 7, 10 years later, they find out their spouse is raping people, murdering people, cheating on them, and has since the beginning. You gonna stay with that person? Oh, well, I got 7 years invested, so I might as well just stay. Come on. There's a difference between being married for 50 years and all of a sudden just being like, I want a divorce, and finding out after 5-7 years that there's something wrong with your spouse. They're narcissistic, they're abusive, they start hitting you, whatever. They become a drinker, whatever. 7 years, get the hell out of there. 10 years, get the hell out of there. 50 years, and you just all of a sudden wake up one day and want a divorce for no reason. Your spouse is great, you're great, but all of a sudden, those are two very different circumstances. And I will tell you all day, every day, I was with my ex-husband for almost 11 years. We were married for almost 7. I mean, we were married for 7, but we were separated. I mean, probably after 5 years of marriage, I knew I was done. Do you know what I'm saying? And we didn't, luckily, we did not have kids. It was just him and I. We sold our house. We split what we needed to split. He took 1 cat. I took the 4 that were together. It's never too late to leave. So when I hear people like, oh, we've been together 3 months and I don't want to leave them. 3 months? Man, get the hell out of there. Get out of there. So when I say listen to your gut, it's okay to listen to your gut in the moment, tell you what it's telling you. Hell, if your gut is telling you to stay single, stay single. If your gut is telling you to just be like a friends with benefits or a casual, or let's just see where it goes and don't make a commitment, then do that. And again, if your gut tells you something else like a month later, go with that. Things change, people change, right? I mean, you can only change yourself. You can't change someone else, but that doesn't mean someone else isn't going to change. What if you meet somebody and the both of you think like, oh, you're the love of my life, and it's going great. And then 6 months later, the love of your life comes to you and tells you they met another love of their life. Things like that happen. Not to everybody, not all the time, but they do happen. Are you going to try and convince them to stay with you even though now they're saying they love somebody else? No, you let that go and you deal with the heartache and you move on and you find somebody else eventually. I don't know. There's a lot of conflict here. Somebody's in conflict. And I can only tell you like what I would do and what I'm thinking. I can't push anybody to do what I think they should do. So I'm just the reader. I'm just giving you the information. I'm just giving you ideas and thoughts. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it doesn't resonate for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained. Happy Thursday. I'll talk to you later.